Welcome to the PinLeader Podcast, where strategic leaders get straight to the topics, strengthening our awareness and sharpening our minds. The PinLeader Podcast is produced by Roar, a production division of Mays & Associates Ltd. Find out more at www.maysassociatesltd.com. Now here is your award-winning host, Dr. Shanda Gore.
Hello and welcome to the PinLeader Podcast. Today we're going to be doing a short pin moment talking about the power of time, and appropriately so. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary of interviewing incredible leaders who provided thought-provoking discussions on their industries, trends, and advisement to the next generation of leaders. I have with me today Mr. Bobby Gore, who serves as both our sports research and safety advisor for Mays & Associates, as well as working on a number of company projects. He has more than 33 years of experience as a public servant and continues to support through his work in the nonprofit M&A Culture Building Institute with the golf clinics. He also happens to be my husband. So, hello, Bobby.
Thank you, Dr. Gore, and congratulations to you and all of your staff who work so hard on Roar's studio production division. We nearly have 2,000 downloads in 37 states, 13 countries.
Wow, yes.
The PinLeader Podcast is solely owned, produced, distributed by Mays, and we appreciate all our listeners and thank them for sharing and encouraging others to catch it.
Yes, indeed. And the podcast has been nominated for a Press Club Award, which we're very glad to have that. And we've had a number of guests that have won awards in their own right. These last 3 months have been pretty wonderful, and truly we got to hear about the power of time through their stories.
I agree. And that rings true through the theme of leadership with entrepreneurs. Especially, it was clear through 3 episodes. Episode 43, Grit and Growth with Angela Lucas, that address work-life balance and how to pivot when challenges come.
She did a great job of how she has prioritized while balancing being a serial entrepreneur and mentoring the next generation of women business owners.
In episode 49, Measuring Success, Leaving Legacies, and serial entrepreneur Mr. Pete Cadence also brought out a number of points with not relying on finances to measure success, which was really great. He noted how priorities shift over time, and he shared tips on how an entrepreneur can leave generational legacies, which was great.
Yes, anytime you have a generational changing legacy, it's pretty powerful. I did notice that also in our episode 47, which was making getting away your business, not something that you normally would think of as a business, but both the husband and wife team of Nate and Alicia Lawson, they addressed how they were able to leverage their assets to grow and what it means to set boundaries in a business, but then they really went further and talked about the challenges in setting boundaries in family if they're involved in your business, and I thought that was pretty powerful.
I found listening to Jerry Markbright was very insightful. Of course, this is one of my favorites as a young man growing up, watching him on TV as well as watching him on the football field. But I thought the pressures of overseeing and guiding 4 Super Bowls, host of other games in front of millions, must have been incredible. Mr. Markbright had a passion to pass it forward and reach the next generation of officials. And, of course, another great episode of what it means to be under pressure was with my good friend, Chief Scotty Hathaway. With episode 46, Under Fire underscores the understanding of what it means to give everything to do civic duty. That was just great.
You know, I thought about that. You've always had that phrase, there's no other way.
There's only one way, and it's Hathaway.
It's the Hathaway. Yes, indeed. And you know what? I want to say thank you for all of your service, and I'm noting in how to really pay it forward. So it's appreciated. I enjoyed experiencing the power of time when we spoke to Mr. Ryan Ambrosia and his thoughts on car trends in episode number 52. He shared some real interesting insights from someone who works with cars every day and what he saw with the direction, especially when we're talking about driverless vehicles. And then, talking about the next generation, Miss Tisha Mays was fantastic in episode 51. Yes, she truly shared her passion with positively impacting children and their reading through podcasting, which kind of reminds you how powerful this channeling of communications can be. And that is a lifetime of impact. Imagine using this to really help others to learn how to read for the rest of their lives. If that's not the power of time, I don't know what is.
Speaking of impact, how about the Mr. Joe Fawcett shared in episode 48, Planning for the Future, how he helped support of cities, and episode 44, Live Your Best Life, with Mrs. Michelle Meyerholtz, talking about advocating for those that need care and customer service.
I know. It's amazing when Mr. Fawcett came on and talked about what it means to really be an administrator over a city and a population that's really booming, and what it means, because there's challenges with that. But he also, with Ms. Meyerholtz, talks about not only the care of what they have in their daily duties, but what it really means to be a servant leader. And so they both demonstrated it through their conversations. As a fellow Rotarian, servant leadership comes true. And I was glad to welcome Mr. Kevin Mullen. He is the president of one of the largest Rotary clubs in the world, which a lot of people don't realize that there's, it's top 20 in the world, and it's in the Toledo area. But that was in our Service in Action episode number 45. What it means to be community through demonstration. That means, of course, giving what? Your time.
That's right.
The same rings true of Lourdes University president. Dr. Bill Bissett came on, and he was uniquely different because he provided some insights of what it means to prepare to attend college, what it looks like, and then, of course, what it takes to be a good, solid, effective leader in the higher education space.
And how it was also great to have the legendary award-winning singer, Mrs. Jean Holden, joining us with her daughter Lisa in episode 41, which is Life is a Song. That was just wonderful. Mm-hmm. Her experience on stage and young people, which encouraged them, was a great reminder of the power of time.
Yes, it was. It was amazing to hear them both talk about how they support each other. And how Mrs. Holden, she relies on her daughter and her daughter relies on her. And they talked, Lisa, who is an accomplished pianist herself, how the passing of time has impacted both of them. But it also through the demonstration of success. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, 100%. Mm-hmm.
I wish we had secretly gotten her to sing. The more I'm thinking about it.
I was hoping that you would.
And maybe next time. Well, as we prepare for the next year, I want to thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Dr. Gore.
And all of the Mays team, guests, and listeners who continue to support the show. We wouldn't be here without you. We would ask that you please take the time to register for our upcoming newsletter at info@maysassociatesltd.com, where you will catch the latest on what is happening with Mays, including joining our list for the PinLeader Path book that's coming out, which is focused on identifying, engaging, and developing effective human and AI leadership for your organizational culture. So a lot of insights and research went into that over 20 years. And so we're hoping that people can get on the wait list for that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. So again, don't hesitate to send information, questions, and even suggestions to the info@maysassociatesltd.com. We really, truly appreciate you. And until next time.
The PinLeader Podcast is hosted by Dr. Shanda Gore and brought to you by Mays & Associates Ltd., creating customized solutions for growth in the areas of leadership development, strategic planning, and culture building. Find out more at www.maysassociatesltd.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the PinLeader Podcast and share with others.